I really don't know what I would do if I didn't have some work that I had to get to.
Hello, hello, hello. It's like take two. Um, this is Shirley Crawford, the owner of Second Chance Consulting and the executive director of the Women's Business Center located here at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn, coming to you with another episode of WorkHardAholics. Um, and so for those of you joining us for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. For those of you returning, welcome back. And for those who are wondering what exactly is a workaholic, well, let me tell you. It's someone who is always doing something. Even when we vacation, we've got a plan, and we're happy for it. And I thank the rest of you to stop trying to make us feel guilty for how we live our lives. We're happy, we're healthy, we're content. And if we're not, then tell them to tune in here and we'll help them get those things together. So, first things first. I have shared many times, I am absolutely in love with words. So I'd love to share my word for the week. And what I was thinking about, especially in terms of a workaholic, I've been thinking a lot about balance. Right? And so like it's a key phrase that's always out there, like balance. You're imbalanced. Okay. And so I was thinking about in terms of like, well, everyone should know what that means, right? But I was thinking about what are the synonyms for balance? And I kept coming back to stasis, right? So stasis means just that. It means being in balance, but it means, as far as I'm concerned, it has negative connotations. So it's like a slowing or a stoppage or static balance or equilibrium. They always talk about static balance or equilibrium. So everyone thinks that equilibrium is a great thing, and I normally would have had to agree until I really gave it some thought. When you talk about static balance, that means there's no growth. There's nothing happening. So if you're looking for more, if you have greater ambitions for your life, your family, your community, then you can't get that imbalance. Everything being the same each and every day means just that. Everything's the same. It can be imbalance, not imbalance, but that means there's no growth. There's no potential. There's no opportunity. There's no more. Is that what you really want? Well, you contemplate that. The point is, I love the word. There's one for you. Stasis. And so I was reflecting. I'm going to go out of order today. I normally have like a set order on how we do this, but I'm going to take it out of order because I want to tie it all in. I'm going to tell you next about our book it moment. Book it, Dano. All right. And so the book I want to share with you all is called Jack, Straight from the Gut. Straight from the Gut. Straight from the Gut. And part of the reason why it's in my library is that whenever you're reading, which you should be, whenever you're reading, especially like tips from millionaires on how to be a millionaire, they always recommend reading books, especially biographies. They highly recommend them. And this one to me kind of touched home a lot. For those who don't know, eons ago, eons, I mean like for real eons, I worked at GE. So I worked for GE Financial when they purchased Life of Virginia in Richmond. And then I got a promotion. And so I went to work for GE Corporate. Woohoo! So that's GEG. And amazingly enough, it was very different. But anyway, one of the things that so a lot of the things they talk about in here, I lived through, which I find fascinating to see the background on the whys of some of the things that we did. And some of them I take for granted. Like recently, I'm in the midst of doing an evaluation for an employee, and which introduces my time tool techniques. I told you. It's a team all tied in together. And so my time tool technique is a 360 evaluation. It's a 360 employee evaluation. And if anyone out there has a blank one, can you send it to me? I need a new template. And so that was, I thought, because I was young and working at a Fortune 10, Fortune 50, I don't even know what they are anymore, company, that this was normal, only to discover it's not normal. It's their norm, and they created a bunch of the things that I consider just normal tools in my life. So it's like, ooh, wasn't I fortunate? And now you all get to be fortunate because I share with you from this vast history that I have when I come to the table and we talk about consultation in your business. So the 360 evaluation is not only do you evaluate the employee evaluates you as a manager, the company, other people who come in contact with the employee. So in my case, it's our admin who's getting her evaluation. And so clients, the customers who come in the door, our clients inside the building, any other team that comes in contact with her, they get an opportunity to give feedback. And it's an amazing thing. It's called 360 because I would turn around, but my desk won't do all that. My chair won't really go all the way around right now because there's stuff behind me. And so, but it's really a 360 evaluation. This is something that I learned here at GE. And unfortunately, I did something on one of my external hard drives and I just got my computer repaired and I can't find my original, only to discover that I talked to several HR people. They'd never even heard of it. So let me introduce it to you. The 360 evaluation. It's your time tool technique for this week. And if you found a blank one, don't forget to send it to me. All right. So that's your book it. That's your time tool technique all tied into one. And it also makes me think a lot about the word for the day as well. Because the interesting thing about how you're evaluated at GE, it's an amazing thing. You have to have an A, B, and a C. So if you have 3 managers, so like I worked for B2B business, yeah, for a while. And so there were 3 or 4 managers on the team. And they could have all been doing the same level of work. But someone has to be a C, period, the end. I kind of hope this has changed. But anyway, and if you're C, then you go on to like a probationary period. They come up with a plan for you and you can be fired. But you could have been doing great work. It's just really, read the book. It really is very interesting. And maybe more so to me than to you because I was there going, that doesn't seem fair. But one thing he talks about in the book is that he wanted the evaluation to be based on what you did and not just because, so like before you could have gotten your bonus even though your section of the business wasn't doing well. So he wanted more of it to be tied into like how the business did overall. It's really interesting. Just give it a read. So now I'm moving into my work hard, play harder moment. And it's been busy. Like I've been whoop whoop whoop. I am technology dependent and my laptop crashed and I was without it and I'm still just catching up. And so I'm going to throw in an extra technique for you all because it's something that I failed to do recently. See, you can learn from my failures. It's one of those like Covington or systems. And one of the rules they tell you is that when you touch something, I know these are little stickers. I'm going to give them to my great niece. Totally random, but they're right here. When you touch something, immediately file it. I have not been doing that, and I have a pile of paper behind me. And now I have to come back in and actually take time to clean through said pile if I had only followed that one piece of advice, that one simple technique that when you touch it, don't put it down, put it into a file, put it where it belongs, and then keep going. Such a simple thing, but it really, 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 really does work. So talking about work hard, play harder. I just got back from a screening by the Virginia Film Office for Harriet. It was amazing. It was a really excellent movie. It was shot here in Virginia last year. To hear them tell the story of how it happened. It's all about Harriet Tubman, the Underground Railroad. Phenomenal. It's out officially, I think, November 1st, I think. So, but it was great. So I did that.
When I did that, I worked first thing this morning, ran errands, did some things for some other people, went to the movie screening, came into the office, and shooting for you all. Hi. And then I have some other work I'm going to do here, and I'm going to leave here, go to the grocery store, I have to finish working on, I have an ebook I need to finish, so I need to work on that. Tomorrow I'll go to church. Tomorrow night, I do my side hustle gig, right? And then in between, I'm not sure, there's a movie I want to see that's on Voodoo. I hate your name, by the way, Voodoo. Can you change your name? And then after that, I'm going to slow down long enough to think on my social life. Like, I need to date more, I need to do something, I need to go out more. And,
yeah, that's what's happening. So, all that to say, it's been a pleasure to spend time with you. And I hope you find your stasis, but that you don't live in it. You know what I mean? Hope so. All right. So once again, Shirley Crawford here, the owner of Second Chance Consulting, the executive director of the Women's Business Center, RVA. That stands for Richmond, Virginia, in case you didn't know. In case you ever want to come by for a visit, 1510 Willow Drive. You're welcome here, Suite 100. Well, as always, live better, do better, be better, and happy entrepreneuring. Ta-ta!
Because I really don't know what I would do if I didn't have some work that I had to get to. Da-da-da-da-da-da.